Welcome to Videorial CD005, CorelDRAW X5 Basics, Creating Artwork for a Letterhead Part 5. Okay, in this Videorial we're going to add the company name, the company slogan and the company contact details. So I'll start by opening up the artwork from the last Videorial, Part 4, and File, Save As, save it as Part 5. Okay, now one of the things we're going to do in this Videorial is fit some text to a path. Okay, we're going to fit some text so that it fits along this path here. Now, in order for us to do that, we need to make sure that this group of objects, you'll see me moving it, Control Z, is ungrouped. So we need to go Arrange, Ungroup, Arrange, or alternatively, let me just undo that, Arrange, Ungroup, All, just to make doubly sure. Okay, now freeing up the objects will make available to CorelDRAW various paths along which it can fit text. Okay, so I'm going to start by typing the name of the company, Galaxy Travelers. Okay, now by default it will go to whatever font you've got loaded that it decides is the default. I'm going to set it to a font. I quite like Eras Bold as a font. It's a series of fonts actually, bold, medium, demi, bold. Okay, I'm going to stick with 24 point. That's just about the right size for what I need it for. I'm going to turn the text color to white. So go into the fill dialog box, hit models, 0, OK. Now I can't see it because it's white on white, so I'm going to move it up here. Okay, I'm just going to delete these guides. They're kind of in the way. Okay, so I'll just select and delete this one as well. Select, delete. Okay, now I'm going to select the text and fit it to this path, the inside of this black shape here. So text, fit text to path, and CorelDRAW will try and figure out which path. It will give you a number of options. What you want is you want it to fit just about inside this black shape here. So get it to, there you go, that's about right. Now, it's upside down and back to front. So what we need to do is click mirror text horizontally, mirror text vertically. Spot on. Now, we can manipulate this by changing the values. This is the distance between this bit and the bottom of the text. Okay, now I'm going to increase it slightly, but you'll see it doing something weird. Don't ask me why, I don't know, but for every amount that you increment it above the line, it twists it somehow. So we need to compensate that by reducing this number. Okay, just get it. I'm going to go for 5 actually. Galaxy Travelers. That's roughly where I want it. Okay. Now, same as anything, if you get two objects that interact together using some kind of function or facility, you need to break them apart in order to be able to interact with them individually or separately. Now we're going to fit another piece of text to this, and it may get confused if there's already a piece of text that's fitting to it. So we need to arrange, break it apart. So what we've done is we've removed the text from the path. Okay, now we're going to type in the motto. Okay, so I'm going to type in making your holidays out of this world. Okay, now this time I'm going to select demi. Now if you haven't got Eras bold and demi and medium, choose a font and then make one version of it bold. Arial's another font that you could use, Arial black, Arial normal, and then just make it bold or unbold, whatever you can do given the fonts that you've got. Okay, I'm just going to make the color of this text, actually no, I won't do it via that menu, I'll just go here. I want the text to be 344. Actually no, I'm going to make the text the same color as this. Now one of the ways that I can do that is another useful tool, is you can use the color picker tool, the color eyedropper tool. So we select, we then pick the color that we want to copy, and then it fills the paint bucket for us. Now if we hover over the edge of the shape, it will fill the outline with the color. If we move over the actual body of the shape and just click with our left mouse button, there we go. It's filled it. Quite a useful, very, very quick tool. Okay, now I'm going to change the size to roughly 10 point. Now the text is going to fit in here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is select the text, fit text to path, and I'm going to fit it just about in here. Okay, again, I'm going to flip and flip, or mirror, and I'm going to manipulate these numbers to get it just in the right position. It should just slightly overlap. Now the font is slightly too big. I'm just going to make it maybe 9 point. That looks perfect. Now just reduce it back. I want it to just overlap the T here, just like that. Okay. In fact, I'm just going to nudge that up a bit using the arrow keys, and I'm just going to increase the... Oh, that's better. Much, much better. It's a case of tweaking it, depending on... There you go. Fine. Tweak it until you're happy, and then arrange, break text apart. Again, it removes the text from the path. Now, I want to create a line up here with an aeroplane on it. So I'm going to use the contour tool for this. So select the black object, the black shape, and I'm going to try various numbers in here to get it so that it fits roughly right in the middle of that D there. Apply. Almost. Edit. Undo. I'm going to go for 3. Oh. Zoom in. Let's see how that's worked. Oh, that's spot on. So arrange, break, contour apart. So we've got this extra shape. Now we're going to use this shape tool to add some extra nodes. So if we double click on any point along the line, along the outside of, or the perimeter of the shape, it will add an extra node. So I'm going to double click roughly about here, and I'm going to double click roughly around about here. That's going to be the our line. Okay, now I'm going to go up to the top right hand corner. I'm going to hit this button here. I'm going to break the curve apart. You'll see the line disappear, or the fill disappear, because it's now it's now not a closed path. It's an open path. So I'm going to gradually double click, as well as if you double click on a line, it will add a node. If you double click a node, it will remove the node. So I'm going to remove all the nodes that I don't want. Systematically moving along until I'm left with just the line that I want. I'm going to go in now and set the thickness of the line to, let's try 0.25. Okay, and I'm going to go in, I'm going to use the color picker tool. I want it to be the same color as this, Pantone 344. Okay, now on the right hand side here, I'm not going to add arrows. I can put extra. Oh, there we go, aircraft on the right hand side of the line, and then I'm going to put a blob on the left hand, and you'll see what happens. There we go. Let me just zoom in. Now the line's slightly too thin for my liking, so I'm going to go in and just change the line thickness to, let's try 0.5. A bit too much. I'm going to go back. Make it, let's say 0.35. Let's try that. That looks just about right. Okay, perfect. That is pretty much the top of the logo, or the top of the letterhead finished. Okay, you can tweak it. Oh, one other thing before we move on. I want to add a star here, just to sort of give an impression of space. Now, stars can be found inside this area of the toolbar, or the toolbox. Now, the black triangle in the corner denotes that there's extra options. We click it, select star. I want a 5-sided star. I'm just going to leave the default here. In the same way that I can constrain the proportions of a circle or a square, I can do the same with a star. So if I hit the control key on the keyboard, then click and drag, it'll create a perfect star, proportional on all sides. Okay, I'm going to fill that with white and remove any outline. Perfect. There we go. That's the top of the letterhead done. Now, all we've got to do now is add some text with the contact details. So I'm just going to select the text tool here, like I did above. Now, you can create paragraph text. I don't recommend it. I prefer to use normal, what we call artistic text. And artistic text, you just literally click once on the screen and start to type. So I'm going to very quickly type in the contact details, 29 the High Street, comma, Haverhill, Suffolk, CB9 7HT. I always get that one wrong. Put B. Enter. Telephone dot colon 01440 725 987. Few spaces. Fax dot colon space 01440 725 988. Okay, fax, for those of you who don't know, is a very old technology, but you still see it in some organisations. Again, I want to change the font to ERAS medium this time, actually, and I'm going to change the size to 11 point. Do that again, it didn't quite grab it. I'm going to change the text colour to white and position it. Okay, now I'm just going to add some extra space in here just so that it fits nicely, and I'm also going to change some aspects. I'm going to make this demi just to fatten it up a little bit to make it stand out more. Again, make this demi. If you were using a different font, you might make it bold. Demi. Just adjust. Reposition. Okay, now I'm going to edit, copy, edit, paste. That's created another copy. Now in here, I'm just going to put the email address and website address. So email.colon www.galaxytravellers.co.uk space. Oops. You'll see what's happened. It's automatically recognised that it's an email address and added a hyperlink. We don't want that. So Control Z, space, website, colon. Actually, email is a single word. It doesn't need a dot, so we'll remove that. Space www.galaxytravellers.co.uk, and I've just spotted a mistake. This should be info@galaxytravellers.co.uk, and the website's okay. Now I just want to make this portion of the text medium. Again, you could make it bold or unbold, and then this portion of the text medium, and then I'm just going to reposition that so that it fits nicely on the side there like that. Perfect. That looks just about right. One more thing before we finish. I want to increase the space between these two lines of text. So I'm going to select the text, paragraph formatting, and I'm going to increase this to 130. Done. Close that down. Move that up a nudge it up a tad. That's it. That looks just about perfect. Right, that's it for this Videorial. In the next Videorial, we'll tidy a few things up, reposition one or two things, and get it absolutely perfect before we finally finish that artwork. Okay, thank you for watching.